All right. Hello, everybody. I hope all of you can hear me. My name is Bob Mwiti, and I'm so happy to see all the faces. I feel like I'm there, but and I wish I was there, but it's what it is. But we are really enjoying what's going on there, and I'm very, very happy. Now, so mine is to just, I won't take that much time, probably about 10 minutes at max. Now, there's many people out there, probably maybe who are not even in the program, who have joined us on the online, and those who have also uh, joined us at the event, even though they are not in the program. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a brief history, a background of how I ended up being here in the US and what I do. So personally, I came to the US in 2009, and I came here as a master's student. So I came to do an MBA at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. And then I graduated in 2011. Found it a little bit hard to get a job because the kind of skills that I had was not really, it was skills that, Americans had. Okay. Back in Kenya, I had done a BCom. And of course, I came to do an MBA, and I used to work in Kenya as a, as a bank teller. Okay. I used to work at Equity Bank. I worked there for like 6 months after I graduated from school. So when I finished my MBA, it was very hard for me to get a job. Even internship was a big problem. I remember even going to you know to an interview for a bank teller with Wells Fargo Bank. Wells Fargo here in the US is actually a bank. It's not a security company. It's a big bank. So I went for that interview, drove about 7 hours. I went there, I couldn't even get a job. And yet I had an MBA, I had a BCom, and I had a some experience working as a teller back in Kenya. So what I realized was, even being a teller here, all you need to do is just have a high school diploma. You don't need a master's. So I realized that the skills that I had, most Americans had them. Okay. And when you come here as an international student, for you to live and work here, because you come here on a student visa, F1 visa, and if you really want to come and stay here long term, you have to figure out how now do you transition from being a student to a skilled worker. Okay, how do you get that work visa? Because now the problem was and this is what a lot of our people face. You come here, you don't have the right skills. You have the skills most Americans have. You're competing with them, and you're on a student visa, and you need to stay here long term. And for you to live and work here long term, you need sponsorship through a company. You can't sponsor yourself. Okay, so you need a company to actually sponsor you. All right, so that's something that I didn't know when I was still back in Kenya. And for those who follow me on Facebook, on YouTube, I talk a lot about these things because a lot of our people make the same mistakes. People come here, they are just happy they got the visa, but they have no idea what's going to happen once they graduate from school. Everybody wants to come here, then they don't want to go back. But now, how do you stay here? How do you stay here long term? How do you get that work visa? It's not that easy. If you come here with your, with your BCom and come here and do an MBA, everybody has those kind of skills. How do you make yourself now, how do you make yourself, be needed by American companies? Okay, and that's the mistake that a lot of our people who come here in the US, most of them who come here in the US are usually students. We have about over 30% of Africans here in the US who don't have the right, the legal working papers. They come here as students, they graduate from school, and then they go under. Okay, and the moment you don't have the right documents, even you can't work in corporate world. Okay, and that's the problem that I was facing when I graduated from school, and no one told me about these things. Me, I struggled so much to get out of Kenya. I was denied visa 4 times. It took me 8 years. 8 years to get out of Kenya. I graduated from high school in 2001. I'm pretty old. Okay, 2001. I thought in 2002 I would be in the UK, but wapi, no visa. I tried 3 more times, 4 times in total. Okay, until I gave up about the UK because my dad is there. Then I decided now to come to the US for my master's, and luckily I was able to get it to come here, but on an MBA. Okay, now I finished MBA, then no jobs. Me, I had to extend school by 1 semester. Okay, because I couldn't find a job. All right, jobs are there. If you're looking for jobs, like for example, cleaning people's houses, earning $10 an hour, or working in a in a nursing home making 15 bucks an hour or 18 bucks an hour. Those jobs are there, but are those the jobs that you want to do? Okay, because that's what I see with a lot of our people here in the US. It's only that we don't talk about these things. Most of our people here in the US, they don't make good money, not a lot of money compared to other people. Okay, no, see now, you, when you're in Kenya, you think like everybody in the US, Wakomaju, they make good money. Okay, it's good money if you're comparing what you are earning in Kenya and what we earn here. For example, if you're making $15 an hour, that's around $1,500. I mean, 1,500 Kenya shillings, and you're working 8 hours. How much is that if you do the math? Okay, it might look like it's a lot of money, but actually it's not a lot of money when you're here in the US. Okay, so now how can you now be able to get really, really good jobs? Because that's what I was struggling with, because I had to extend school by 1 semester. I couldn't find anything. Okay, because I didn't want to graduate, then I don't have anything. And here I'm on a student visa. Once you graduate from school, you are given one year work authorization after, which is called OPT, post-graduation work authorization. 1 year if you come on an MBA. But if you come on a STEM program, which is basically what we are focusing in our Kenya Airlift program, we get up to 3 years. 3 years is a big deal. It gives you a lot of time. These are some of the things that people don't even know. When people think about coming to the US through this program, they don't even know exactly what we are trying to solve. Okay, because a lot of our people here, they come here blindly. They come here, they start struggling. So many people out here, they don't have good jobs. They are making $20, $15. We don't want you to come here and start making $20, even $30, that's nothing. Okay, we want you to come here and make 6-figure salary, basically earning $10,000 a month. Achana na hiyo story unasikia Wilfred sahi ana earn 5,000. 5,000, that's the start. Okay, that's not our goal. Our goal is to be making a 6-figure salary. But how can you do that? You can't make 6-figure salary kama umekuja na qualifications za teller kutoka Kenya. Teller hapa it's a high school job, dropout, ndiye anafanya job ya teller. Okay, you can't make that kind of money if you don't have the skills that Americans. If you have any skill out there that Americans have, you can't make that kind of money. Okay, you have to focus on getting the skills that Americans don't have, and that's why I preach. That's what I preach a lot of times, all the time, to everybody out there. I do a lot of these, talks on the internet about what you need to do for you to get a good job here in the US. Okay, so for me, I couldn't get a job, so I got trained by Indians. Hakuna Kenyan ama hakuna African mwenye aliniambia how to get into the tech industry. I got trained as an Oracle systems analyst. Okay, I was trained as an Oracle systems analyst. I had no IT background. Me, IT was never my cup of tea. Never. Me, I'm an accountant. Nilimaliza high school, nikapata B+, nikaenda University of Nairobi, nikatoka huko, nikakaa huko for 3 months, nikatoka huko, nikaenda Strathmore, nikafanya accounting, BCom, accounting. Yeah, alafu nikafanya ACC hapo kidogo, alafu nika drop. Okay, and then I came here for my MBA, and then I did MBA accounting. So I had an accounting background. But there's so many accountants here in the US. If you want to become a staff accountant, there are so many of them. Okay, so it was very hard for me to get a job. So I got trained as an Oracle systems analyst, and that's how I was able to get into the tech industry. And I was able to get into this Oracle being through Indians. I had Indian friends because I'm very inquisitive. I don't just sit there and watch things happen without asking questions. I started asking them, like, how come all the Indians that I was in the same class with, in my MBA class, they were graduating, they were getting good jobs. But every Kenyan I knew and every African I knew, they're all struggling. They're all struggling getting jobs. Me too, I had to extend school by 1 semester. But these guys, they were graduating, they were getting jobs as systems analyst, business analyst, working with Yahoo, Google, wherever, somewhere in New York, right? So I asked them, what do I do? They told me you can get trained on job skills, underline job skills. Okay, that's what you need. Okay, even us here in the Kenya Airlift program, we are focusing more on the job skills. Okay, you coming through the Kenya Airlift program and doing your master's, that's a path to coming and working here in the US. I always say this, And a student visa has a clear path to citizenship. If you want to live and work here and work good jobs, a student visa has a path to that. Become a permanent resident. If you want to become a citizen, you can become. That student visa has a path to that. And that's what we are using. We are using your master's as a path to coming here and working here. But how can you work here? You can only work here if you have job skills. That's what the country needs. That's what they need here. Don't come here on an F1 visa as an international student. You have no skills. No one will take you. Utakuwa unatafuta job unakosa. Because as a student, you graduate, you're only given 1 year with, for example, an MBA, 1 year work authorization. No employer will want to employ you for just 1 year. Unasikia hata sisi, the circle interviews. We were looking at those people who might want to stay with us long term, because you don't want to train someone or go through all these things and then they want to come to the US for example, through the Airlift. You had DMK saying the same thing. It's the same thing with all the employers. They can't employ you if you just show that you're a student, you just have 1 year work authorization and you're not going to stay here. So that's why a lot of our people struggle. Okay, you need job skills, and that's really what we focus on in our Kenya Airlift program. We have training programs on the side. You know, as a robotics process automation business analyst, robotics process automation developer, we have data science on artificial intelligence and machine learning. We also have Oracle training. Wilfred already did those trainings. That's why he has a job. That's why tumemtafutia anatusaidia kuimplement project ya RPA. It's called RPA technology. That's how he's able to make that money. If he came here with this, he had done CPA and economics and statistics from Kenya, you think we'd be making $5,000 a month with us? No. He wouldn't be making that money. He would be somewhere out there working in a fast food McDonald's, making $10 an hour. He's making that because he has the right skills that Americans don't have. Okay, that's why I try to explain to people like this Kenya Airlift program. It's not just a matter of just coming here. You've also had Enoch. Enoch works as a data scientist. Data scientist working for companies that has presence in different countries. I don't know, France and wherever. As a data scientist, he makes good money. But how can you make good money? You can't make good money with your CPA, for heaven's sake. Sorry if you have a CPA, okay? Even me, I had an ACCA. Even I was thinking of doing the CPA, the US equivalent, okay? But I decided to go and do Oracle because that's really what they need. You have to be smart about these things. Don't just do things the way we do it, you know, the way we are used to doing things. That's the only way that you can be able to make good money. And that's why we have this Kenya Airlift program. A lot of people, they don't see those things. Most people, they think we are just bringing students just to come to the US. No, we are doing much more than that. A lot more. These events that you are having, like at Safari Park Hotel, we are spending a lot of money, for example, for this event. We could have just decided not to have this event, you know, just let them come. But you are having these events because also you want to create that experience of coming to the US, right? I know, I mean, so many of this, a lot of us, even they've never been to a 5-star hotel. You want that experience. There's so many of us have never talked to media. They've never been on TV. We are hiring these guys, those guys that you see, you know, doing those shoots there at Safari Park. We're engaging them. We are paying for those services. Okay, you go, you talk on TV, you have that confidence, you're able to communicate. Because even here in America, man, you have to talk. This is what I preach, even those interviews that you go and do for the embassy. You might go through this Kenya Airlift program, but if you can't really talk at the embassy, you won't get the visa. We are trying to encourage that. There's a lot that we're trying to do in this Kenya Airlift program. Even the events that we're gonna have. Now, for example, these guys who are coming next week, we're gonna be with them here for about 6 days. Okay, those 6 days, you're gonna be bonding, you know, eating together, doing activities together, you know, talking, advising them, mentoring them. That's a big deal. But a lot of people, they don't see that. All you hear is a lot of people out there who don't even know anything about what you are trying to do. Oh, it's a scam. It's the most misused word I've heard so many times, especially if you're in this internet business. You know, our business runs on the internet, right? a consulting firm, everything on the internet. You run everything on the internet. It's only now that you're having an office in Nairobi, but everything runs on the internet. But so many people out there, they dismiss this whole thing, saying it's a scam. Scam, because they are used to be scammed. They've never seen something like this, because we've taken a very different approach. Okay, we are not doing things the way people are used to doing things, because a lot of our people, they are told, oh, come to the US, oh, come for a graduation, oh, get an invitation. You see people who are working as managers in Kenya, they come here on a visit visa, on a graduation invitation or a visit, whatever, and then they don't go back. If you come here on a visit visa, you can't work good jobs. Hata kama ulikuwa mshapaji back in Kenya, you can't. You'll come here and then you'll be working in a nursing home somewhere, or you'll be working somewhere in a warehouse. These are the jobs that a lot of our people do, and no one talks about them. Okay, I'm telling you this because you guys are smart. I don't want you guys to be coming here and then doing those jobs, because those are jobs a lot of our people do. Here in the US, those who make money most, it's Indians. They make $100,000 per year per family. Guess who makes most money in terms of African community? It's usually Nigerians, and they make around 60,000. Can you see the gap? Huh? Can you see the gap? That's what you are trying to bridge, that gap between us Africans and these Indians. But how do you do that? We have to get those job skills. You can't just rely on your business analytics master's program, qualifications. Those are academic skills. No one cares about that, honestly. I always tell people, like, look, I mean, who cares about your business analytics? Even, this IT industry, you don't even need a degree, by the way, to make really good money. All you need is the right skills. That's why I always tell people, and that's really what you are focusing on. Now, when I hear people out there complaining about $1,000 to contribute to this program, and yet you are giving loans from the circle, $3,000, you contribute $1,000 to take care of your expenses. GMAT, these things cost money. Okay, GMAT, visa fees, all that, service fee, a lot of money. It costs more than $1,000 actually, for you even to think of landing here in the US. Ask these guys who are coming now. They can show them. They can show you their statements. It's more than that. It's more than $1,000. But you hear people complaining of $1,000 out there. Oh, I can't contribute $1,000. And you really want to come to the US? And yet here, you come here, school costs around 5 million Kenya shillings. How many people can contribute? How many people can come up with 5 million? You tell me. How many? How many families? Huh? How many? Not many. Okay, but when I see, because we have limiting beliefs, that's the problem with a lot of our people. And that's why we see ourselves struggling so much. Okay, I always say, like, if this program was Indian program by Indians, they will come in droves. But for us, we have to keep on convincing. You hear people saying, oh, like GMK was saying, oh, are you guys sponsored? I mean, are you guys, approved by the government? Why do we need the government to approve us? This government can't even give us jobs anyways. Why do we need the government to approve us to come up with something like this? We don't need the government. So you always come up with limiting beliefs. What could go wrong? Now for us, we're giving you, even like Sasako is giving you money, and you are hoping that you're going to refund that money. Empower Financing, our partners in this program, they are giving you loans in millions, and you have no collateral, nothing. Most of our people, we don't have even good credit, right? No credit, nothing. If you look at us, we've defaulted so many things back in Kenya. You get, I don't know, all these loans that people get, but so many of our people, we have bad credits, bad. But these lenders that you work with, they are willing to give you money. They are trusting you because you have the brains. That's all you need to show them. And that's why it's very, very important for you to pass this GMAT. So you guys, those guys out there who are out there, even the students who are in the program, and they are joking about GMAT. GMAT is a big deal because that's what shows that you're a serious student and you can be trusted in this whole process because you are smart. That's how you can get funded. Even getting these graduate assistantship awards, they don't just go to anybody just because you want it. No, you have to show that you're smart. That's why these guys have these. I mean, we have students who are not paying nothing, zero. Zero. Wilfred, even him, he only took $3,000 from the loan. He had a graduate assistantship award. Right now, this coming semester, he has a full graduate assistantship award. They are paying him also in school, and he's making also money through our company. Okay, through our company. So that's what we want. It's not just a matter of coming here. Even you yourself, you can actually go online and apply to a school and come here. It's not rocket science. You can go there and do it. So when I hear people complaining about $1,000, I usually say these are not serious. I even talk to them seriously. If you think that coming to America, $1,000 can take you to America, I mean, seriously, something is wrong. Because $1,000 will not, even air tickets. You know how much air ticket costs one way? These guys who are coming, we paid more than $1,000 air ticket only. Okay, limiting beliefs, I call them limiting beliefs. They always find ways of what could go wrong. What could go wrong? Okay, you know, here I've said 30% of people who are here from our community, they don't have the right documents. Why? Because of most of them, they come here, they are misinformed, they come to school, they don't have money, they get, you know, they think that they can just show bank statement from their uncle or whatever, they get somewhere from somewhere, you know, buy somewhere, and then show at the embassy, somehow they get the visa, and they come here, they don't have any money, they are not also very smart, they don't have any GMAT, they can't go to school, they drop out. Once you drop out, then what? You don't have the documents to live here, even if you have a 5-year visa on your passport. What matters is your immigration status. That's why you have so many people who don't have the documents and no one talks about it. That's what we want to change. Okay, that's what we want to change. This kind of Airlift program is not just a matter of bringing students here to come and study. No, there's also some other programs out there. We have even Equity to Fly program, but ours is very unique and very different because I've gone through that path. I know exactly what it takes for you to succeed here. I've done it. I came as a student, MBA. No one told me about anything. I had to figure things out. You guys are coming here, everything sorted out. All that information, what you need to do this, do that, do this. This is how you need to do, don't do this. All that, everything taken care of. Give you all the information that you need for you to succeed. We want you to succeed here. We want to succeed like these Indians and even be better than them. Because honestly, these guys, they do amazingly well. You go to the IT industry, 70, 80% of those guys who work in the tech space, they're all Indians. I think even in Kenya, you check out those big implementations, the IT in those big Kenyan firms. Most of them, they get people from India. Infosys, Accenture, all those big Indian companies, they bring those resources to come and do implementations in Kenya. We can be doing those things. Man, we can implement amazing stuff. Like back in Kenya, Safaricom, Equity Bank, all those guys will be the best brains in America. We have the brains, we have the right education. You guys come here, do data science, analytics, all those good programs. And then also on the side, get trained on job skills. We'll be building a consulting firm. We can have our own Deloitte of the best brains from Kenya, and we can implement a lot of projects back home, not just in America, because also a lot of people think that we are just, you know, we are draining the brains from Africa. No, we are not. Okay, we are doing this thing because I'm giving back to the community. We are bringing students, okay, to get better opportunities here. It's gonna happen the same thing. 5, 10 years down the line, those guys who are in this program right now, they're gonna be doing amazing stuff. 5, 10 years down the line. These will be people making over 1 million Kenya shillings a month. That's what making 1 million Kenya shillings, that's nothing when in the tech industry. I'll tell you guys, seriously, I used to make 1 million Kenya shillings 1 year after I graduated from school. 1 year. Okay, and I left that job to start this whole thing, this Airlift, Upstack, whatever. Left a very well-paying job. Okay, so there's opportunities, but you have to have the right skills. No one will give you $10,000 by you having a CPA. I'll keep on talking about CPA and ACCA because also I have those kind of background. Okay, right? No one will give you those kind of jobs, and that's why you see a lot of our people, they come here and they struggle. You know, the US government gives 140,000 employment-based green cards every year. They need bright people to live here, to stay. They don't want you to go back. They want you to stay here. That's why you see all these guys, Elon Musk and all those guys. These are guys who came as immigrants. This country, they are so smart. They want smart people like you guys to come here and actually stick around. But also, if you stick around, you know, it's a win-win situation. You stick around like the way I did, then make moolah, make good money, then invest back home in terms of, like, for example, what we are doing right now. We can do a lot of investments back home, man. A lot of it. Okay, but we can only do that if we work together, if we understand exactly what we are trying to achieve. Because I see there's a lot of misinformation out there, especially what our program is about to do, is trying to do. A lot of people don't know much about it. And you guys are our ambassadors. Go out there, preach about the program. Because the more people we get, we need the numbers, even in the circle. We need those revolving funds. We are giving a lot of money to these guys who are coming every time, every August and January, a lot of money. You're watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, presented to you by Upstack America. Upstack America is a consulting company that helps immigrants find amazing higher education and job opportunities in the tech industry in the United States. You can find our programs by going to www.upstackamerica.com. Upstack America, we wake you up to the unlimited potential within you. Where will that money come from? It will come from those guys who are coming in through the circle, because we need that revolving fund. We are not funded by anyone. The only people who have helped us so far is the government of county government of Meru, and that's through DMK. We even reached to some banks in Kenya. They didn't want to work with us. But you see, when you are small, no one wants to work with you. Even for us, by the way, even all these schools that we were working with, we didn't have any official partnership, because those schools, you talk to them, they don't know you, they don't care about you. You email them 1, 2, 3 times, they don't even respond to you. But what we did, what we decided is, we're gonna start now. We did our research. We know that if you go to these schools, they have GAs, they'll give you, because our students are having them. Okay, you're gonna get GA, these school partners with the lenders, you're gonna get loan. So let's send them to those schools. Then now those schools will start realizing, okay, oh, where are these people coming from? Where are they coming from? And now they start coming to us and wanting to work with us. That's the approach that we took. Even these other, banks, because we wanted to also work with our local bank, but also the Airlift circle, it's a bank actually. So we just need more people come in, and we have the money. We'll be our own bank. We don't need them. But when you are small, no one wants to work with you. You have to prove yourself, right? That's what we had to do with these schools. Now we have partnerships with UAH, where Wilfred is studying. Okay, now we have a partnership with Empower Financing. We are using them. We didn't have any official partnership, but that didn't stop us from coming up with this program. Also, you have to take risks, man. This is a big risk, I'm telling you. Okay, I left a very well-paying job to undertake this thing. But you have to show. These guys reach out to us because of what we've done. A lot of people out there, they go asking these loans. They say, hey, I heard about this from Upstack, this from Upstack. And then that's how they come back to us. If we start sending students to Illinois State University, the next thing that you hear, they want to work with us. Now we have a partnership with University of Nairobi. Those guys, they reach out to us because they can see our work. We're going to keep on doing the same thing. But we are asking you guys, you out there, you are our ambassadors. I usually feel like we don't do enough as a community to help us ourselves. You guys are not, like, there's so much that you are trying to achieve in this program. This has to work, but we need you. It can't be just Bob, and it can't just be DMK. We need you. Go out there, preach about the program. A lot of people even don't want to talk about the program. They don't even want people to know that they're in the program. I'm like, why not? Go tell people, man. Go talk about the program. Talk about the program. Okay, if someone didn't tell me about the opportunities that are there in the tech industry, as we speak now, I wouldn't be doing what I do now. I would have done something else that was not paying me well. But there's a lot of opportunities, especially in the tech space. So go out there, preach. This is an amazing, amazing program. Anyone who is out there and watching us online, those guys, you guys on the ground, go out there, preach about this program. Tell them what exactly the program is trying to achieve. It's not just about coming here, okay, and try to put some sense in their head also about that $1,000 that a lot of people complain about. I always say this, like, seriously, if you are really, really serious student, you can sell your anything home and come. You're gonna repay them. Me, I've been able to build a house for my grandpa, bought them a car, yeah, driving very nice in the village before he passed away. My mom also built a very nice home. It's all possible because of the opportunities that are here. And that's what we want. That's what I want with you guys. 10 years down the line, I want another Bob to come up, doing very well here. We want so many of them, so many Bobs here in the US, doing amazingly well with businesses and everything. That's what we want in this program. It's not a matter of just coming here. We are not just bringing students. DMK has said the same thing. We want you to come and work, come make money. And how can you do that? You need the skills. And you can only work if you have the right immigration documents. We also need to be supporting we need to be self-sustaining. This program, we build our own company. We sponsor visas, work visas ourselves, like the way these Indians do. Like the way Indians do. You don't need another company. You don't need an American company to sponsor you to get a green card. I was lucky I was able to get green cards through employment. And our people don't get this because they don't even know about how to get a green card through employment. And that's what we are trying to achieve in this program. We can sponsor ourselves. We can absorb those students who are coming through the program. They already have the skills. We absorb them. We get them projects. They start working. That's what we want. That's what we are building from scratch. We are basically building our own consulting firm of the best brains from Kenya. We can be competing with the likes of Deloitte. We can be competing with the likes of Infosys, Accenture, all these big PwCs and all that, all these companies that implement IT projects. We have the brains. Man, when I look at some of the groups that you are in, like these are like the smartest, and I get excited because even the conversations that are usually in those groups, these are very intellectual conversations. I want to be part of that group. Can you imagine having the best brains? Can you imagine how much we can grow? We can grow like so big. And these are brilliant, brilliant people. We can do so well. We can be making decisions. We can be very influential back in Kenya. Very influential. All we need is the numbers. And I'm asking you, go out there, preach about this program. You are our ambassadors, and especially those guys who are succeeding and coming here. Don't just sit there, man. Bring someone. Bring 5, 10 people with you. Don't just come here alone. Okay, it's not good you being the one who is successful and then you have even your friends from high school. We have even alumni groups from high school. Let them know that there's something like this. Preach about the program. This is an amazing, amazing program. We are trying to do big, big things. Okay, there's a way out that we can be able to do that, but also we need your help. And that's what I want to ask you guys today. Okay, so Kenya Airlift, we are doing some amazing stuff. It's not really just a matter of coming here. You are coming here, get good jobs, and get immigration documents. You don't want to be here and you don't have any papers, because if you don't have papers, you're gonna be doing these jobs that pay you $10, $15. Those jobs we don't talk about. A lot of our people doing those ones. We don't talk about that. A lot of our people, no papers, nothing. They don't have, I mean, if they're in trouble, I mean, if something happens, they can be deported. And most of these people, they came as international students because of lack of information. Okay, all right. So this Kenya Airlift, you know, it's even quite different from the airlift that you heard about in the 60s. This is different. We are doing something different, very, very unique, very different. Our approach is very, very different. And I like talking about these things because I need people to really, really understand what this program is all about. It's not just about coming here. Okay, if you are contributing $1,000, we are giving you money even before we know that you're going to be successful here in the US. The circle is giving you money. If it was, I mean, we are taking the risk in you, hoping that you're going to turn out to be a good person. Who knows? You might come here and then decide even you're not going to give us the money back, and we lose the money. But we have You know, we have to believe. We want to put those structures and make sure that, you know, you have the skills, you've been trained and everything. Okay, so that now you can be able to we can get you jobs. Okay, so that now you can be able to repay your loans. Okay, because yeah, see, those you know, those limiting beliefs that the ones that kill us most of the time. Anyways, so that was my message today. Okay, please go out there, preach about this program. Preach. We are banking on you. You guys are our ambassadors. Go out there, preach about the program. Thank you so much, and we can't wait to see you guys, like Jackson, Janet, Alex, Dennis, and Kelvin. We can't wait to see you guys. I know Dennis and Kelvin, maybe you guys won't be able to come here next week, but for Janet, Alex, and Jackson, we can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday. Okay, we'll be waiting for you. Wilfred and I, we've prepared a lot to, you know, so that we can be able to receive you. So, you know, you will have a soft landing, you know, place. You know, you don't have to figure out so many things. We are there for you. That's what we want. You come here, we bond, we do a lot of activities together, okay? And then we release you and go to school and study, okay? You don't have to worry, okay? But you need to be focused also. You need to know what you want, all right? So that's what you want in this Kenya Airlift program. Thank you so much. You've been watching Success with Bob Mwiti Show, brought to you by Upstake America. Come back next time to hear more steps and missteps that I took on the path to becoming a successful immigrant in USA. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn.